Captain Romabo, 'tis I, Thrawn, greatest master strategian of the entire Empire. I have seen we have detected the Jedi. Dispatch no more than 2 TIE fighters to take them down, please.
The perfect number to be rammed out of the air, sir.
Don't be ridiculous, Captain Romabo. That would require a truly absurd series of circumstances to happen. I mean, it would literally require a pair of Jedi to hold the ship up and fling it at our TIE fighters.
Yeah, that would be truly absurd, except for the fact that, they're gonna do it because they are Jedi, after all, and they seemingly have god powers.
Womp womp.
This is a fun episode for some, but not for us.
For 7 episodes, I've basically been saying this didn't need to be an episode. This needed to be 5 minutes. And it all culminates into something that simply should not exist. It simply shouldn't. Every terrible thing happens here. Again, Thrawn yet again demonstrates his incredible tactical brilliance. 2 TIE fighters. He's got loads. He's got tons in his ship. He could just send all of them and bomb them out of the sky. He knows their ship is screwed over, but no. Yeah, he sends 2. And this time, their weaponry works. Wow. It's almost as if fucking weapons work only when they're sent to her.
When the plot says so. Yeah, the first strafing run almost causes the ship to cater into the ground.
But then the Jedi kind of give the ship a little bit of a toss, and then they start the engines, and then just bump.
Yep, and it works just fine. So it's not like none of that mattered, but Thrawn doesn't know that. Thrawn's like, yes, I've incapacitated the Jedi starship. Now they can't possibly catch me.
I've knocked out their starship. This will buy me all the time. Sir, they're out there on a pair of dogs. Motherfuckers. How fast are those dogs running at Mach 11, sir?
only too fast for our turbo laser batteries.
Yes. So then Thrawn is also like, I have a brilliant plan to stop them from getting in here. We shall fire our planet-cracking ordnance at them. This is the kind of weaponry we use to destroy starships. And it will achieve absolutely nothing.
Yes, because they're, of course, moving too fast for the gunnery crews to even target, as the gunnery crew basically just saturate bombs the area and misses every single shot. Not a single explosion gets remotely near them. Not at any moment is any of them blown off their horse or dog thing. Nope, they just sort of they move in a literal straight line to the building to get into the tower.
And pointless though this may be, I feel the urge to point out that these are weapons intended to function over, space distances, in naval battles, in massive engagements that take place over thousands of kilometers. They're supposed to be accurate at that range, but 100 meters down? Nope, sir. Our optics are simply not designed for this. Well, you don't need optics. There's only one entrance. Just shoot that. In fact, you know what? Why not shoot the entrance? Why not just shoot the entrance, Kyle? Why not? It's not like you need this tower. You're flying in the air.
They could, but they don't because they don't. I don't know. It's everything that is feasibly wrong and the wrong decision to make. Thrawn makes it while acting like, yes, I have the situation under control. I'm being thoroughly defeated by my own ineptitude and arrogance to the point it's almost nauseating. It's like, oh, dude, Dave Filoni, he ruins every villain he touches. He ruined Count Dooku, he ruined General Grievous, they're all just incompetent fools, even ruined Palpatine. And he's masterfully ruined Thrawn next as his latest and newest victim of just absolutely making every villain an absolute moron because his brain is literally too smooth to write any competent villain whatsoever. They can't be seen as winning at any point.
That is actually the issue, though. Like, you have to understand at least some basic stuff to make a clever villain. In this case, the villain is supposed to be a villain. These are difficult. Villain is supposed to be a master strategist. However, he's being written by a mouth-breathing moron who could not strategize his way out of a soap bubble.
Yes, let alone play a checkers game.
Like, they could just leave. In fact, when they do leave, the ship gets beyond the planet's atmosphere in about 5 seconds. But no, they just chill there. And don't give me any bullshit about the engines are done. The fucking thing is hovering. Oh,
no, it's not hovering, but it literally moved there to begin with, which is weird.
Like, it's obviously fully intact. They could just fly up into orbit and dock with the ring there. In fact, since when was the ring atmospheric capable? Because they didn't do that on the other planets.
Yeah, that is funny. The writers completely just don't care here. Because in Star Wars, there are only a few starships of that class that are even atmospheric capable to begin with, right? But the Star Destroyer, which it shouldn't be, because it's not the right variant, is literally in the atmosphere. The docking mechanism to launch the ship into another galaxy is also atmospheric capable. It's like nothing really matters anymore here. Like they simply don't care. Like the protagonists just go in a straight line from the beginning to the bad guys. And there's really no interruptions, is there?
No, like,
they don't have to like path around anything. They just go straight.
Because this only exists so that he can yet again go out. My turbo laser plan didn't quite work out. Send the sacrificial chaff down, please. And he does. They get their ass whomped in about 5 seconds flat, and then the witches of Dathomir, or witches of another galaxy, I suppose, are like, my lord, we have a secret weapon. We can turn them into zombies. Oh, that's brilliant. How will that work? Well, they'll be dead, sir. Okay.
They'll be really slow and very bad. They're actually worse than when they were alive and easier to kill, actually. And also slow.
Right,
so
what's their primary purpose? Well, you see, they're zombies, so they'll bite people. Oh, they'll bite people. That'll kill them. Yeah, sort of. Should we take their helmets off? No, keep the helmets on. Why?
They'll make growly sounds where it'll sound cool. It'll come through like their voxes. They'll be like, rare, 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 and it'll be really intimidating.
If we take their helmets off, they might be able to actually bite somebody and cause damage. We wouldn't want that.
That might be a little too much, sir. We gotta make sure they, get through unscathed, which they do, by the way.
The worst part is they're all zombies, like rawr, and they're taking damage and they're soaking up the damage. And you're thinking like, okay, so that's why they'll just like follow them doggedly and wear them down until the heroes are like, I'll just close this motherfucking door right here, and then the zombies are like, oh, stuck. Now what? Now the zombies bring up blasting charges, because apparently that's something the zombies are capable of doing now. And then, no, the zombies just disappear. After that, they're just acting completely normally. Because to begin with, they're all shambling, like, and then acting completely normally again.
The writers just forgot and didn't care. Like, this is so lazily written. The dialogue is also delivered so flat and tone deaf, it's just not even funny. It's like, let's talk about our feelings, because the writer says we'll talk about our feelings now. I'm feeling pretty bad, but I feel pretty optimistic, It's like, okay.
We get another series of zero stakes fights as our heroes are fighting against actual, genuine, pointless chaff. Even at a point where Ahsoka is losing for a bit, so as to convince the audience that, like, oh yes, this Night Sister with the magical glowy green katana is really pretty dangerous, chaps. Ahsoka is on the ground. She's surrounded by stormtroopers. They've got her dead to rights. They've got her on all sides, and they're just like, don't fire. Don't fire.
Hold fire.
They're having an honorable duel here.
And there's at one point when she's defeated in the duel, or sort of like on her knees, right? And like they're just like standing there, and they put their guns at their sides. Like, no.
Hey, we would churlish to open fire now.
Wait for her to get up and get ready to slaughter a dozen of us before we fight back. And so they wait. They hold fire. It's as bad as that scene in the previous episode where the good guys are like, wait, don't shoot, despite being given orders to shoot by the commander. And so it's like, okay, they're just taking orders from the good guys now.
Yep.
They stop shooting. Like, the enemies aren't threatening. It's just not interesting. There's no stakes. At no point in this episode do you think that at any point the good guys are going to lose here. Like, no matter what, they're going to get, so one of them or some of them are going to get on the ship. Thrawn's going to be defeated, and at the end of the day, Thrawn loses. And what happens today? That all happens. Thrawn gets his ass beat again by a bunch of friggin' scrappy fools who don't know how to do anything but run in a straight line.
It's all so dumb. After that, it's just a painful series of cliches as well. So Thrawn is leaving. He's finally decided to power up his engines and GTFO. Okay, at long goddamn last. Letting Ezra get on board, of course, because somebody has to escape. And then he's like, turn the turbo lasers against the stupid temple that we could have blown up earlier because there was nothing in it we needed to defend. In fact, it was the only access point to our ship. I don't even know why we chilled out over it for this long, but there you go. And bringing it down, the heroes do the cliche thing, they jump out into nothing, and there's their spaceship. You know, the spaceship that couldn't fly about 5 minutes ago because it'd just been shot down and crashed and all manners of shit. It's just right there now. So, what did Thrawn achieve? Well, he achieved killing a lot more of his own men, for the I don't even know which time now.
Yep. He just kills his own men, and then he tries to be like played off like, I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, Kakadori. He even talks to Ahsoka like, open a line. He brags as if he's done something clever. Like, Ahsoka, I know your master. Yes, he too was very forward. I have outplayed you today, though, haven't I?
I have massive amounts of casualties, and one of you have already infiltrated my ship oh my god, at one point, they have Thrawn shaking visibly with anger as things aren't going his way. He's like a toddler. He's like, my master plan is coming undone. It's like your master plan, you can't even play a game of checkers. Shut up.
It's awful. He's just an idiot. He's just an actual unironic idiot.
He's a moron. They've actually turned Thrawn into a blithering, drooling idiot. It's impressive.
They really have. It's terrible. And nothing else is gonna matter either, okay? Blonde chick is like, hello, space samurai, we're friends now. And they're just like, oh, yes, this weird foreigner with the magic glowy sword. She led us to slaughter, but she's probably gonna be a friend now, right? I bet you, if this piece of shit gets a season 2, that's gonna be the thing. It's like, the space samurai are gonna teach her and she's gonna be like, oh my god, the Jedi were actually right, my stupid master had led me astray and then abandoned my ass. Speaking of the stupid master too, he's, oh god, okay. Okay.
It's so bad, go ahead.
See, I adore Ray Stevenson. Like, I think he's done a great job here. Titus Pullo was one of the few interesting parts in this goddamn show. And they give him this scene where he's standing mysteriously on top of a stone monument, gazing off into the distance. And all I can think is, you're dead. You're fucking dead. None of this matters. There will never be a reveal of what you were doing here, unless it'll be in shitty CGI. Like, here's Ray Stevenson's corpse dancing in front of you, like, puppeteer. Look, my master plan.
He's gonna be dead, though. Yeah, I like how he's standing there, because, like, the show at the end is, like, it shows the white-haired chick, and she's, like, found a group of samurai, and she raises her blade above them, and they all look to her, and then it pans to the other guy who's actually on a mountain range somewhere of a statue of some dude we've never even friggin' seen. It has no meaning. And he's staring at like a mountain in the distance like, yes, I planned this. I'm important to the story, you see.
Yes, Gondor has lit the beacons and I must go to their aid. There's a little fire up in the distance.
It's like, Lord of the Rings music in the background.
And just
give him a montage.
Just to hammer home how little anything matters, right? Thrawn arrives at Dathomir, and then it zooms out and you see all of the casket in the hold, and then you're like, oh, they woke the Night Sisters. So those are all Night Sisters. So the Night Sisters who were eradicated, that doesn't matter anymore. They're back in full strength, back in the galaxy again. Why? Because, I don't know, I guess their god was like, listen here. I'm going to let all of you be genocided. Now hear me out. Hear me out.
No.
Before that, I'm going to move some of you over to a different galaxy so that you can repopulate the planet after you're genocided.
Yeah.
No one will expect it. It'll take everyone completely by surprise. And to be fucking fair, it did.
They're like, where did the Dathomir people come from? Well, you see, the Dathomir people aren't actually from Dathomir. The Dathomir Empire is actually in another galaxy. But why did they name themselves the Dathomir Empire? Well, you see, I don't know. But they did that for some reason.
There's even a stupid scene where Ezra comes back and he's flying an Imperial shuttle straight into the Republican main fleet. presumably not blurting any sort of identifying messages whatsoever or anything. And when he walks off the ship, he is wearing full stormtrooper armor. Everyone's aiming their guns at him. It would be normal for him to be shot 24 times before he even lands. But he doesn't take off his helmet before Chopper goes over and licks his balls. Hello, massa. And then he takes off his fucking hat, and then he says the most cliche thing. I say it before he does. I'm home. Oh, motherfucker.
And everyone smiles and they're like, yay, he's home.
Ezra, is that you? Yeah, why are you wearing that weird stormtrooper armor? That's all I could find. Really, why would you tie like red stuff around it?
So there was these Imperial troops in another galaxy? And so they LARP as Romans.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Death Troop armor. Death Troop? Yeah, they turned into zombies. You sure you should be wearing that? Do you have any open wounds or anything?
It's a bit smelly, honestly.
And just to hammer home one last goddamn insult, because they gotta just one more insult. I'm sitting there. Our heroes are looking off to a light in the distance, and I'm just sitting there. I'm praying to myself silently. Just don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. And there's Anakin's fucking Force Ghost.
Yep, staring at them, smiling, and the show pretty much ends looking at him, and it looks all close up to him, and he's proud. He's proud of Ahsoka because she apparently learned or something.
Like, good job, Ahsoka. You're stuck here now, having sex with the turtle people for eternity. I hope you're like interspecies.
Yeah, I hope you're into turtles and turtle soup, because that's what you're gonna be.
Oh, I hate it so much. I hate all of this. I hate every last part of it. Like, Thrawn's an idiot. Every character is incredibly goddamn uninteresting and painfully predictable. Again, this episode here, there's no way to make this work. There's no way. Because in any normal universe, the moment they were loaded, Thrawn would just fucking leave. But no. Because it's not a normal universe. It's a goddamn Star Wars universe where nothing makes... I almost forgot. I almost fucking forgot. You remember that temple that they bombed into dirt and shipped? That temple. The one they'd ridden into on their stupid dogs. Even the stupid dogs live.
Yep, all fine. I mean, like we pointed out when watching this, none of it actually mattered. The good guys had already won from the beginning of the show. Thrawn just had yet to realize it.
Literally. This was 8 episodes of actually genuinely nothing. If this show had not existed, and Thrawn had simply reappeared in the galaxy, that would actually have been better. Because at least then you could be like, how the hell did he pull that off? And then Ezra might be there too and go like, oh yeah, it was quite the goddamn journey, let me tell you. There'd be some mystery to it. Instead, it's just one of the dumbest series of scenes I had ever seen. None of it makes sense, none of it has any sort of continuity, none of it should be allowed to exist. I have a hard time understanding even myself how much I can hate a piece of media this much. But goddamn it, do I do.
It's okay. You'll reach the point of apathy where you feel nothing soon enough.
It's like, my god. They need to kill all of these characters. They need to kill every single one of them. Every character invented after the prequels, all of them, dead. Kill them now. Hang them from the tallest birch tree you can find. None of them have added anything to the universe. They only add confusion. That is all they do. Because, of course, now we had to figure out, okay, where the hell was Ahsoka during the Disney Wars trilogy? What was she doing? Well, she's stuck in a different galaxy, rutting around with turtles. Okay, well, there you go.
It's something new.
Very well.
Where was Ezra when the New Republic exploded? We still gotta figure out that. Where was Sabine? Oh my god, the problem is those weren't written with the idea of a greater story. They were made without the intention of thinking about the bigger picture.
See, that's fine too. I'm actually happy for them to be just the heroes of their own story. Have them be small, self-contained characters. Have them die. See, that was why everyone quite liked Rogue One for example, because Rogue One didn't pretend to be a massive epic. It didn't pretend to be a bigger story. It was a simple, self-contained little spying story with some action, and they all goddamn died. Not to bother me again, except for Andor, I guess. Long may he rot.
Oh my god, this is pain.
Disney needs to stop trying to turn everything into a franchise. Because you gotta remember, Star Wars itself was not intended to be a franchise. They thought it would be a stupid science fiction movie with a shit low budget, and there was a World War II weaponry, like slap some welded bit on it and stuff. And then it became successful. And then they managed to create the wider story, which half of the time George made up as he fucking went to begin with.
He did. George made everything up on the fly. And some of the best parts of Star Wars are the parts where George had the least to do with it.
Yep. So Disney needs to stop thinking franchise, although I know the toys aren't selling. I am aware, but this isn't gonna help. The Ahsoka toys aren't going to be flying off the shelves because of this. You're not going to be selling any Mandalorian helmets because of this. You're not going to sell little plushies shaped like turtles like you're trying to do with the goddamn Ewoks. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. If you want self-contained stories, you need to actually make self-contained stories. Not everyone has to be the intergalactic hero upon which the fate of the universe rests.
Yep, because the universe is constantly in danger of something, right? Or everyone is connected to Anakin. You know, it's like, oh, well, I knew this character. Or, well, you know, I was friends with Anakin. Or I was friends with, like, this big character or something. And that they use the old trick in the book of trying to prop up these new characters by using the carcasses of dead ones. Or of ones that are, you know, they've had their story told. They did that with the new Star Wars trilogy, where they tried to prop up these new characters by using the old ones, and that failed horribly, rather than making good characters.
It's basic.
They had to one-up the ones that came before.
It's basic bitch fan service, girl. Not even fan service. It's fan fantasy service. Like, oh yes, like this character knows like that character, and that adds gravitas to him. Like, okay, yeah, you can do that once or twice, sure, but it's done every single time. The only reason Ahsoka exists, the literally only reason why Ahsoka exists, is because Anakin Skywalker trained her. That's it. That is her entire raison d'etre. He does not exist beyond even this. Even the final words that Thrawn speaks to her is like, "I hope you don't turn out like your master." And then Anakin's Force Ghost appears and smiles at her like, "That's real good, little orange sex toy. You'll totally do well here." Her entire rationale for being is Anakin.
Yep. I mean, she was originally a throwaway character introduced by Dave Filoni for the kids show, right?
She was intended to be the child self-insert, and that's fine too, but the child in self-insert is not a child anymore.
Yep, that and the fact that they should never have canonized that to begin with. Because that canonization of that character undermines the greater whole of all the other parts of the story. Just by a massive landslide. I mean, look at how it ended up.
Obviously,
what a disaster.
Well, like, the fact that Ahsoka is still alive, that Snips is still alive, undermines the entire character of Darth Vader. All of it. Because now he has a fucking touchstone. He's not alone anymore.
Yep, it's how Palpatine was able to manipulate him by turning his best friend Obi against him, killing his wife, and making him kill pretty much everyone he trusted or ever cared about. And because he did that, he isolated him. He was now trapped alone, without support.
But in reality, he still had his exotic alien pet girl wandering around the galaxy somewhere, which he never mentioned ever again.
Oh, don't worry. They encounter each other in Rebels, and there's like throwaway scenes with that, where they're like tense moments. Oh God, Dave Filoni, you mastermind. He's a mastermind at ruining everything, right? So methodically too.
Star Wars needs to end. It needs to stop. Everyone needs to die. Like, we need Uzang Bong to invade and just kill everyone.
I mean, at this point, you might as well.
Fuck
but
it. Throw the Tyranids at them, something. The Purgils, the Space Wolves, just zero this goddamn universe.
The big issue is that Disney isn't gonna die. It's not gonna go away tomorrow. Everyone's gonna have to sit down and Sit tight, because we're gonna have a lot more of this garbage coming down the pipe soon.
And ironically, zero this fucking universe, Disney. Disney, you want to earn money? You want to earn money? Zero this shit. Reset it to fucking Han Solo and shit, okay? Roll it all back. And don't even have Han Solo. Have some other story at the beginning. Kill everything. Ignore all of it. Begin all over again, and maybe you can have some interesting stories in this universe. Because The Mandalorian, the first season, the first episode of that, I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Oh, it's just a bounty hunter doing bounty hunter things? I can get behind this. And then he's like, shit, I guess I'm the hero though, so I'm off rescuing civilians now. Oh, this is my baby Yoda, by the way. He basically gargles, and that's it.
Yep.
Kill it.
He just gurgles.
Kill it all. Kill it all. All of it. Reset it. Zero it. Every character. Dead. Something happened. The universe exploded. We're in a different galaxy now. A different galaxy far, far away.
The big issue is there's no point.
Let me have this.
It's Disney.
Let me have this fantasy.
It's Disney. Even if they did that, the new thing they would make would just be crap, too.
Alright, okay, everyone listen here. The real ending of Ahsoka, at all of the end there was a bright flash. Everyone's gone. It's over. We're gonna explore the backstory of the space samurai now and the turtle people, who are engaged in an everlasting war of genocide that has reduced their planet to a barren wasteland. That's the new story, and I'm sticking with it. Have a good day.